Okay, it's 13:59, 2 o'clock in other words. I've came along past the first car parks to do with Megget Reservoir, and I've come down into my favourite one where you can go down to the boat launch. So I've just drove halfway down where there's several parking bays where people have barbecues and sit on the grass here to have a look out to the reservoir. Now sometimes the sheep come along here and they come up through the wire fence, so if I was to bring Bear here I'd have to keep him on his leader until we got down to the bottom where the boat launch is, because there's none around there I don't think. But sometimes, like I say, they come from over there to the right, they come along the bottom of the reservoir and then eventually they come up here looking for food from people that's parked in these barbecue places. Right, so I'm just going to go walking down to the boat launch. I've locked the car. I'm busy charging up my GoPro 8 and DigiPower battery as well again. So by the time I've gone to Frood Reservoir and start coming back to go back out of here and go back towards Selkirk, I'll have enough battery charged up. Here's some information. Yeah, welcome to Megget Reservoir, and that's the shape of it. So I've just been to that one, the first one that you could come along the main road and drop down into. There's another little one just here as you come around that dog leg where I've just come round. There's a little car park just down there, but I've come along to the next one, and then I've come down here. I knew it would start to rain again as soon as I got out of the bloody car. I'm sick. Right, of course the wind's blowing as well, which makes it worse. Right, so just a quick walk down to the normally I drive right down to the bottom, but I thought I'll stop here and do a little bit of recording walking down to the boat launch from there. Get some of the scenery recorded. But this is the place where lots of families come, park up here, either to camp out overnight or just simply to come down and have a barbecue while looking out to the reservoir. But this is where they launch the boats down on the boat launch, look. So there's a barrier across the cattle grate, and then you can go through the single gate on the left. You've got a life ring there to throw in case you see anybody in any difficulty in the water. But yes, I've come down here with John, Talisha, and we brought the kayak and we blew it up. And John went in with kayak, Talisha in the kayak out into the water, and of course Corn was running backwards and forwards in and out the water, loves it. Well, this is why I've drove all this way to see this beautiful setting where the reservoir is in these hills. You can see the waterfall coming down down the grove further over on the other side there. Fishing by permit only. CCTV in operation. Right, so I just want to quickly come down here and video the boat launch area before I move on going towards the next reservoir, which is Tala. This is unusual with the toilet doors being open to get into the toilets, because they're usually locked. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a disabled one. So this is the one I'll be using. Right, there's actually a toilet roll as well. The flush doesn't work, that's why poops are still there. Need to fix that. Gentlemen's and ladies. Right, so that's good to know that the toilets are open and usable. Right, so this is where you come down to where this concrete boat launch goes downhill, so you can get right next to the water. And I usually go off to the left here that's the bridge that I've just drove across with a concrete post holding it up, look. So the stream comes down underneath that bridge and comes in to join the lake. So, and this is where people have their boats stored. And they come and take them down there. There's a guy actually comes in advance, gets the boats, and he put... Right, I've just put a brand new battery in. It's just gone off there as I was getting to the boat ramp here and talking about the guy that comes in, takes your boat out ready for you and ties it off on one of the rings here, ready for you to take it in on the lake to use. But every time I come along here, obviously I used to walk along here with corn and tell them to go in the stream to go and get a drink, and obviously find a stick or a bit of a log to chew to bits as well. Typical. But last time I came here with Natalie and John and that, I came along here with Natalie. John was blowing up the kayak, the pump, ready to use it. Right, so this is where you can go down, get close to the water, the stream coming down as well. I've walked so far up the river, climbing over that tree that's over, and had a look at some of the whitewater rapids coming down when it's been pissing during the rain. But a lot of the time it's just, like now, pretty low. But this is ideal for the dog to go down there, because you can see very clearly the bottom, it's very clear. That's looking up the stream where it's coming down to meet the reservoir. So I've just followed that path up there on the left hand side and went quite as high as I could go, and then you come across a little like skinny wire fence. So I just stepped over that and went a little bit further. But like I say, it's just quick stop-offs now to show you why I come here. It's absolutely stunning. Right, now go back up towards the car, back out the car park, and just continue along the road, ready to go to the next reservoir, which is Tala. And you park up on a high bank and then go down the really steep road where there's salt bins on the side. And if you go down the embankment, you can go and see the Tala waterfalls, which is absolutely stunning. I don't know if that's like a sunken water trough tank. I don't know if that's what it is. But have a look there down there, you can see the bottom of the reservoir quite clearly there. So easy to wade in there. In fact, but I know the sign's saying no swimming, but come on. I mean, because like I say, this is supposed to be our, like, people in Scotland's drinking water, so they don't want you going in there bathing and pissing in it and shitting in it, obviously. But it's the water's quite low at the moment, so you can see where the concrete ramp continues in a little bit with the side paving stones. But yeah, these are the eyes that they tie the boats off, ready for people to just pull them down there and launch them in the water. But look at those views, man, absolutely stunning. I love to see the sun shining off the water, giving that shimmy. It's beautiful. But Natalie just went and sat along at the end of the stone wall there. John blew up the dinghy just here, then launched it and they went out. Him and Talisha. Fantastic watching them, great fun. This looks like a new bench seat. It's not rotted yet, it's not discoloured, so it's still pretty new. So that's the toilet block, like I say. You can tell nobody's driven over the cattle grate for a while. The vegetation growing up through it. So this is a fantastic place to come down. This car park is the best to come down if you're coming to see Megget Reservoir, because there's tons of room, there's loads of parking spots for quite a few vehicles, and like I say, you can have a throwaway barbecue, or somebody's had a bit of a campfire there in that one. As long as you take the time to get some bricks and have the fire in a fire pit, so it doesn't burn loads of the ground and make a right mess of it, burn all the grass, so it's, instead of green it's black with charcoal. That's what people get pissed off with. So yeah, you can drive all the way down here, park on that last one, and just walk through the barrier and go to the boat launch, take the dog down there and let him in the water. So if I come back here with Bay, that's what I'd do. I'd come all the way down here, make sure there's no sheep making their way along here, then I'd just take them down to the boat launch and let them off, and take them around the corner there along that stream, just to give them a bit runabout. You'd be happy with that, burn off some of the energy he's got. Look at that, stunning views, man, stunning. But like I say, it's obviously choppy because the wind is quite strong, blowing across the top of it. So somebody else has had a fire there on the grass. You can see that it makes a right mess. Right, back in the car, jump in the car, go back to the top of the hill, turn left, and then start heading towards Tala. So you go past Megget Head, just keep on going, and then there's a little car park you can use just on the right before you cross the little bridge which bends round at the top of Tala Reservoir waterfalls. So you can park there and walk round the corner over the bridge and drop down, so your car's not in the way of anybody trying to get past, because the road itself is very, very thin, but it's also very steep where you go down. I mean, take a beautiful photo of Tala Reservoir from the top, stretching right across the top of it. Beautiful. Right. Reverse back out here, spin run. Right. Not get my key out my pocket. It'll help, like. How are you? Hey, for Christ's sake, man. It's pulling me tissues out. What the hell? Right, that's it. Oh, man. Getting too old for this shit. Right. Unlock. Right, stop recording.